Hi there, I'm Michael Laycock. Thanks for joining me. I'd just like to take a couple of minutes of your time to tell you about a book I've written on the effects of divorce on children. If you hear me through to the end, I'll tell you there what's the most important single thing you can do for your children. And I want to let you know how my book can help you with solutions to get your children through the separation with the minimum of harm, so they come out of it able to carry on and lead successful, loving lives of their own. So, do you have children? Are you divorced, separated, thinking of divorcing, thinking of separating? Perhaps you're interested in helping others, as you know someone with children who is divorcing or separating, or thinking of divorcing or separating, and you want the resources to help where you can. Are you afraid of the future? Is your world upside down? Don't know where to start? Well, the thing to realise is that all of that's entirely normal. Thousands of others are in exactly the same position, feeling the same feelings, the same hopelessness. Thousands have before you, and all of them get through it. They have to. Standing still isn't an option. What's important for your kids is how you get through it. I repeat, what's important for your kids is how you get through it. So work on getting the right attitude right from the start. Do you know the first question you need to answer? Well, it's this. Is it all over? Has your relationship irretrievably broken down? Can it be restored? If you're not sure of the answer, then do something now to get an answer. Speak to your partner, to a counsellor, to friends, to a relative, anyone to help you get that answer. Once the answer is yes, it's all over, then take action. Don't hang around. For you see, the best thing you can do for your children at this stage is to let them know what's happening. That's it. It's so important to repeat it. The best thing you can do for your children at this stage, once you know the relationship is finished, is to let them know what's happening. They're not stupid. They'll know that something is wrong, and if you don't tell them what's happening, well, they have imaginations, so are quite likely to be imagining all sorts of things which might well be worse than the truth, and often they'll be blaming themselves. Also, it's a matter of trust. The sooner you tell them, the more likely they are to trust you to tell them the truth. So you're laying the foundations for good communication throughout the process, so the children will come through the other end unscathed and the stronger for it, and with a good strong relationship with you and your other parent. So tell them as soon as you know it's all over. Are you wondering who I am? Who is this guy? Why should I listen to him? Why is he telling me this? Why should I read what he's got to say? Okay, fair questions. First, I've been a divorce lawyer for some 25 years. I've dealt with thousands of cases involving children, often involving fights in the courts, ending with outcomes imposed by strangers, judges who don't know you, don't know your children, don't know your family, don't know about your family dynamics, but imposing outcomes you and your children have to live with. It doesn't have to be like that. I've been a family mediator since 1996, and for the last 4 years that's been my main occupation. Perhaps you don't know what mediation is. Well, I help couples negotiate agreements about their property, finances and arrangements for their children without them going to court. So I help couples take control of their lives and help them sort out what's best for their children. It's just great, helping couples communicate better so they make better decisions, have better outcomes, and it's a process that's usually quicker and cheaper than going through the courts. So it's win-win. Also, I have 3 children and I'm divorced, so I've been through what you're going through now. I've felt the feelings and I've gotten through it. So what's in the book? How can I help you? Well, I help you answer the basics. When to tell the children, how to tell them, and what to tell them. And I give you other tools. I tell you about the statistics, so you realise you're not alone or the first to go through this. I help you to put it all into context, so I tell you about the usual stages children go through when growing up. I tell you about the general effects of divorce on children, so you can recognise what's happening, what's normal, and what's perhaps down to the divorce, the separation. You'll need to sort out how your children can spend time with both parents, so there's a chapter on contact, on visitation, parenting plans. The whole experience is often very emotional, and you need to be able to make good decisions, and to do that you need to be able to communicate effectively. So I tell you about how the emotions work and help at communicating better. But if despite your best efforts you can't avoid the courts, I tell you how to deal with the courts and the lawyers and other professionals. Anyway, it's been great talking to you, and thanks for listening, and I hope what I've said has been of some help. So please go away and take some action. If you've got any questions, don't hesitate to contact me using the Contact Michael page on my website, effectsofdivorceonchildren.com. That's effects-of-divorce-on-children.com, from where, if you want, you can buy and download the book. And also, if you want, you can download a free preview of the book. As promised at the beginning, as a thank you for hearing me out, the answer to the question, what's the very best thing you can do for your children? It's simply this: to give them permission to unconditionally love both parents. That's it. It's so important, I repeat it. The very best thing you can do for your children is to give them permission to unconditionally love both parents. Thanks for listening, and bye for now.